My name is Linda Vaughn, and I've had the wonderful privilege of being a part of the Union Mission Ministry for over half of my life. In 1956, my father, Dr. Ted Bashford, was called to be the executive director of the Union Mission, and that's when I first became introduced to the mission and the work that it was doing. From the very beginning, God placed a love in my heart for the mission. I used to love to go to the mission with them. At that time, it was an old building. It was called Old Gladstone Hotel, and it was just full of fascination for me. And so God began working in my heart then to let me know that He had a place for me there. It was a great joy to me to work alongside of my father, to be a part of a ministry that I could see God's hand at work at. So I came on as the associate director of the ministry and served in that position until my father passed away in 2008. And during that time, I had many opportunities to see God working. We were in an old location in downtown Norfolk, another old building. That's what missions were always a part of back then. You got an old building, you fix it up, and you serve the Lord. When my father came to the mission, it was deeply in debt. In fact, he didn't even get a salary for the first 3 months that he was at the mission. But he went to every debtor, and he introduced himself, and he told them of his plans for the mission. And he made them a promise that he would pay off all the debt that was owed. But he also made a promise to himself that the mission would never go in debt again. And so when we started on this capital campaign to relocate the mission, it was with that knowledge that we would not be able to go into debt because this was our commitment. And we did take the line of credit. Not once during the construction did we have to use that line of credit because God was faithful. We had reached the end of our financial resources and we're going to have to shut down construction. And we were praying. And I'll never forget it because on the 30th of June, we got a letter in the mail. And as I opened that letter, it was a $500,000 anonymous gift. So over and over, you can see how God has been faithful to meet the need, but also to keep His promise. My dad used to say, we want this place to be a testimony to the city of Norfolk and the people passing by of how God treats the hurting, the lost, and the homeless. Today, we have a campus that we can have volunteers to come in on a regular basis. We have programs that are being taught by volunteers. This was always the desire of my husband's heart, my dad's heart, and my heart, that we could do more for the people than just give them a place to sleep, clean clothes, and tell them about the love of Christ. Because the goal was for them to become whole and complete and to go back into society. The Lord gave me a vision that we needed people to help the people. And so here again, He provided a social worker. And then we now have something like, I think, between both shelters, 10 case managers. But this means that the individuals that come to us are getting the knowledge that they need. We have one person on staff that works with the housing program to help them find housing. And then not only do we find housing, but he follows up with them. The mission becomes safe and secure for people, and their needs are met. We want them to go out into the world. We want them to be a light. As God has been faithful to me personally with these things, I want others to see that He can be faithful to Him and faithful to the ministry that God has involved them in. We have over 130 employees now, and in so many ways, the needs have been met. And that's the story of the mission. God is going to show Himself faithful if we honor Him. And that's what my desire is for the mission, that this continues. And I believe with the leadership that we have today, they are committed to this. I'm just so excited and so thankful for their love of the Lord and that they're continuing to do the work and continuing our legacy. During the time that I've been at the mission, I have seen many changes come. Change is going to come, and we have to be prepared to embrace the change, but not suffer our convictions, and not forget where God has brought us and what our beginnings were. Keep your eyes on the Lord, because He has been faithful. And so I'm so grateful for the many different ways that the changes have helped us. Change is good, but just remember, why are you making the change? And how is it going to benefit the people that we're helping? So that's my prayer for the future, that we continue to grow, we continue to change, but that we do it not forgetting what God has done. And I just say that has to be all to the glory of God.